Skinny girls weak, them hoes don't compare. Junk in the trunk looking like 2 pairs. Woo, got me hotter than a sauna. Ass so fat, make me wanna thank your mama. Ass so fat, I think I need a lap dance. Ass so fat, about to pop out of them pants.
Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna try not to make this video super long because this is a super easy recipe. So I have 2 things of ribs right here. This one is a full slab, and this one is half a rack sliced. I'm doing both styles just so you guys could see the, I don't know, because some people use like them cut, pre-cut. Some like to use full slab, so we're gonna do both. So we're gonna do both just so you can see, you know, how it is to do it with both. So I have the 2 packs of ribs here. We're gonna go ahead and clean these ribs, take the silver skin off. This is cold water in my sink. I'm using this cutting board. So since it had the you know, packs, let me go ahead and rinse this off real quick. I'm gonna actually season the meat on the cutting board. So I'm gonna take the meat out. I can't do this with one hand. Alright, I'm about to rinse these ribs off and take the silver skin off the back, and I'll be back. Okay, so I have the ribs cleaned, and I went ahead and preheated the oven to 300, not 350. It's at 300. We're gonna do slow and low. So yeah, the ribs are nice and clean. First thing I do is we're gonna rub some of this Dijon mustard all over the ribs. I know it probably sounds crazy, but trust me, you have to try it. Use the Dijon mustard as a base, a marinade. So bomb. So I bought this one with the white wine from Aldi, and yeah. We're gonna go ahead and rub some mustard on. I'm gonna rub something on the front and the back, all over. We're gonna just massage the mustard in. That looks good. Make sure you get it all around. Get the mustard all over it. I had to take my rings off. Just rub all the meat with the mustard. I'm gonna turn this over. Okay, so that's perfect. Let me wash my hands real quick. I'll be back. Okay, now to this I'm gonna add some sazon. Just 1 pack. Some black pepper. And lastly, for the salt aspect, you know, besides the mustard, because the mustard has salt, I'm going to use this roasted garlic and herb grill seasoning. I get this from Aldi's, and it's bomb. I use this on a lot of stuff. Like, I'm grilling some chicken outside right now, and I have some of this on there too. Look at my grilled chicken. So yeah, you guys, this stuff right here is bomb. So I'm gonna put some of this on the ribs too. Okay, so now I'm going to rub this in, transfer this to a foil pan for the oven, and I guess clean this cutting board up. Oh, honey. But yeah, we're about to rub this in, put this in a foil pan, and yeah, I'm doing my ribs. I think the perfect ribs, either you boil them first and put them on the grill, or you cook them slow and low in the oven. This time I'm going to show you the slow and low in the oven. I will show you the way I do it for the grill too. I'll do that next. But yeah, these are about to go in the oven. Okay, you guys, so we're back. I had to clean off that cutting board, honey. It's nice and clean. So we have the ribs here in a pan. The ones already cut here. The full slab right there. Oven at 350. We up to date. We caught up, right? So now what I do is I'm going to pour some apple juice into the bottom of the pan. Not over the ribs, but in the bottom of the pan. It's going to like steam the ribs in the apple juice. I'm using 100% apple juice. And yeah, we're going to pour some into the bottom of the pans. So that looks really good. Now we're going to cover these tightly. I'm using these foil lids, but if you're using tin foil, just make sure you go all around the perimeter of the pan and make sure it's sealed tight, because you want to create like that vacuum of steam. You don't want the steam to escape, because that steam is what's going to tenderize our ribs, and they're going to be so tender. So I'm going to cover these with the top. Put them in the oven at 300 for about, I'm going to leave them in here for like, no lie, an hour and a half. I'm not going to touch them. I'm not going to peek. I'm just going to leave them here for like an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes before I, you know, check on them and release that steam. So that's what I'm going to do. Let me cover these. Okay, so both pans are nice and tightly covered. They're about to go in the oven at 300 for at least an hour and 30 to an hour and 45 minutes. We'll see. I'm putting these on the top rack. So, they're in the oven. Okay, you guys, so it's been 2.5 hours. I know at first I said give it like an hour and a half, an hour 45 minutes, but when I looked at it at that time, I felt like it had to go longer. So it's been 2.5 hours. And here's how it looks. OMG. They've been steaming so good. They look bomb. So right now, we're going to work on the sauce. I'm going to go ahead and mix some of this hickory smoke barbecue sauce with some Clover honey from Trader Joe's. And I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up, and we're gonna brush it on top. Just that much of the barbecue sauce. I don't like my ribs super saucy. I like them sticky, not super saucy. Now some honey. I like a lot of honey. Now we're gonna mix this up. And now we're gonna go ahead and brush it on.
Look at this jalapeno.
Yum. I'm gonna put in my baked beans.
Jalapeno?
The green pepper.
Okay, it's 8 o'clock. Did you think long and hard? Use that.
So now I'm gonna put these into the oven uncovered for like 15-20 minutes and just let the top caramelize some. So yeah, these are going back in the oven for a little bit. Okay, you guys, so the ribs are done. I took them out the oven like 10 minutes or so ago, just so they could cool, so I can touch them, and look at how good they look. OMG. This is how I like my ribs. I don't like them like super saucy. I like them sticky like this. So, I guess let's see how tender they are. Let me just pick any bone. I'll pick this one. My hands is clean. I just washed them. Turn it. Look at that. Slipped right out. Super tender. They're perfect. And yum. These are super tender too. These things. Yeah, look at that. What? Y'all see that just slip out like that? Super tender. Perfect. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to do you, boom. Bye, guys.
Yeah. I run New York. I get it. I get it. Yeah. Yeah. I took quarter water, sold it in bottles.